Our southern border, as you know, is an absolute dangerous mess. So well-intentioned migrants are risking death just to get here, and they're mixed in, of course, with the ill-intentioned ones as well. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris continue to call all of them in. Dropping the Remain in Mexico policy, instituted under President Trump, created another massive wave of illegals headed towards America. And yet, Joe Biden's border czar, his vice president, has to pay a visit to the border. She doesn't do it, opting instead to go to Guatemala and now Mexico too.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
Oh, no. That's a lie. They have not been to the border. Instead, what they do is they choose to ignore the border and what's going on there. Yet in a shocking, and I mean shocking show of journalistic gumption here, Lester Holt actually pushes back.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
Well, what is so hard to understand here, Madam Vice President? See, she brings up Europe, but Americans aren't suffering in Europe. They are here, especially on the border, but really all across the country. So she turns her back on us and goes to Guatemala, telling Lester Holt she is trying to address the, quote, root cause of the migration. The root cause is so simple. America is the greatest nation in the world. People want freedom and opportunity, and when every move the Biden administration makes incentivizes illegal immigration, yes, they will come, no matter what she might say. Actions are far louder than these words.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come.
As my grandfather used to say, lies, all lies. None of that's true either. They offer up free plane tickets to illegals to places anywhere in the United States. Catch and release is in full effect. Just promise to appear in court. No consequences if you don't. Have a baby? Well, it's a U.S. citizen. Need health care, even welfare? The Democrats will give illegals that too. It sounds like an infomercial, for crying out loud. And if you're a criminal, well, American cities are defunding the police. What better place to be a crook? It is why crime in America is soaring. And yet, Vice President Kamala Harris goes to Guatemala and Mexico, met, by the way, with signs even I couldn't have written better. Signs that say, go home, Kamala, you're not welcome here. And even, Trump won.
And I came here to be here on the ground to speak with the leader of this nation around what we can do in a way that is significant, is tangible, and has real results. And I will continue to be focused on that kind of work as opposed to grand gestures.
What, grand gestures? Grand gestures. You know what's a grand gesture? Her failure to visit the border is actually a grand gesture. It is a slap in the face, an oogats to Americans, right? How about put America first? And if you don't visit Texas or Arizona, how about visit Florida and the family of an 82-year-old woman allegedly raped by this man, 20-year-old illegal Marvin Mendoza, from none other than Guatemala. He came here as the left's prized class of migrants, the famed unaccompanied minor. Before the rape charge, police arrested him 3 other times, once for grand theft, another for battery, and another for exposing himself in a park to children. He served 100 days in jail. When he got out, ICE never picked him up. He should have been deported a long time ago before he could rape an old lady. Instead, he is accused of tying up and raping that 82-year-old woman.
Crimes of this nature tend to be repetitive. They tend to turn into serial offenses. We have every reason to be suspicious that this was not his first time.
But Kamala Harris and Joe Biden aren't concerned about American victims devastated by illegal immigration. And they aren't really concerned about the migrant victims either. This is what Kamala and Joe are responsible for. Take a good look at this, folks. Toddlers literally being dropped over a giant fence. Children separated from their families. The cries for help, I want you to listen to them, remember them, because even though Kamala Harris hasn't been to the border, this is most certainly her crisis.
No, yo vengo porque si no, ¿para dónde me voy a ir? Allí voy a dejar y tal vez me pueden robar, secuestrar o algo.
That, folks, should rip the heart out of everybody. Kids shouldn't go through that. It is nothing short of government-sanctioned abuse. And it all could be solved tomorrow through messaging, through enforcement, and through the re-implementation of the Trump-era policies that had our border more secure than ever before.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.